Hello, and our next funding opportunity is returning to the Marske stables, Marske near Richmond, DL11 7NB. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. This project is owned by Heritage Apartments Limited. Their company number is 10260,397. The director of the company is Ian Morton. He's with me here on this webinar. Welcome along, Ian. Start off by telling us a little bit more about you and your background, please.
My name's Ian Morton. I've been involved in property for over 40 years. Started out as an interior designer, then got into project management, then into design and build, and then became a developer quite a few years ago now. And I've got a big interest in historic buildings, and that's how I got involved with this Marske project.
Well, this project is quite some project. It's a conversion of a Grade 2 listed former stables to become 10 apartments. CrowdProperty has agreed to lend £1.5 million. That's been raised in 4 phases. This is that 4th raise, and we're looking for £330,000, please. Lenders will receive 8% per annum interest for the loan term, about 11 months, and that's going to be rolled up and paid at the exit. Start off, please, if you could, Ian. Tell us a little bit more about Marske.
Yeah, Marske is in the top corner of the beautiful Yorkshire Dales. It's an area of absolute outstanding natural beauty. It's also a really good position to get to all the areas. It can get right into the centre of the Dales, right across to the North York Moors and the beautiful Whitby and the gorgeous East Coast there. You can get all over the area, but this particular area has just got something special about it. A very romantic area, in fact.
Planning permission was granted by Yorkshire Dales National Park Planning Authority. Their planning references are R/31/23F and R/31/23G/LB, where permission was granted for the renovation and conversion of the former stables to become 10 serviced holiday apartments. Once the conversion is completed, the developer will refinance and retain the properties. It's for a maximum loan term of up to 11 months. The project is already first charge secured, and that exit strategy is to refinance onto the long-term commercial lending and then rent out the units. Here's the location plan. You can see where we are. We're up near Richmond. On the right-hand side, you can see where we are at Marske, just close to Richmond. The property located within the Yorkshire Dales National Park lies to the immediate west of Marske Hall. Lots of tourist attractions nearby, such as the Georgian Theatre Royal, Richmond Castle, and the Georgian Dragon Bistro. And there's also a great interest in where Marske got its name from. Ian, explain.
Yeah, right. It's a fantastic, obviously it's a stable block, it's equestrian history, but it's got something really special in. There was a horse there called Marske who had a son called Eclipse, and Eclipse is still in the top four most successful racehorses of all time. And all the racehorses that have existed, 98% of them since that point in about 1750, all go back to this beautiful horse Eclipse. It won every single race it ever went in. So horses like Red Rum, Sheergar, Copenhagen, which is the horse that Wellington rode into the Battle of Waterloo on, they all relate back to this stable block.
Here's the proposed developments, 10 units being converted here. How did you come across this project, Ian?
Yeah, it was after we'd finished another project in Leeds, and just on the train on the way back, after we'd raised some finance on that one, we just found it actually on the internet, and it was just a really special building. It's something unique and something really exciting that we're doing.
Here's the land registry title plan, as you can see, edged in red. You can see the extent of the land coming in off the road as you follow through to the Marske stables, being a square block there. And here's the layout. Describe how you're going to transform this building.
Yeah, well, some of it's split basically into 10 different apartments. Some of them are duplex apartments. You can see on the left-hand side there, there's a sort of green one with a staircase going up. That's a duplex. So it's got the bedrooms upstairs and obviously lounge and kitchen area downstairs. And then some of them sit on top of each other, so they're just more like standard apartments. Saying standard apartments, they're actually really big apartments. They're all 2 and 3 beds. So they could actually be sold on to third parties as holiday lets, or indeed sold, to the open market there. Upstairs, got wonderful exposed trusses, loads of features, exposed stone walls, which we've retained everything that's beautiful features really there now.
And work, of course, is well underway. Here is the progress made since phase 3 raise. Tell us where you're up to.
On the first floor, we have completely plastered it, and it's about 80% decorated. We've got most of the windows in. We're just waiting for the final windows to finish the first floor off. All the electrics are in, it's wired, it's second fix, which means it's got sockets. We're starting to put the light fittings up now on the first floor. So that's all obviously very well on. Ground floor, underfloor heating's finished. We have completed most of the pointing. We are plasterboarding all the first fix electrics, apart from one apartment's finished. So the plasterboarding will finish within a couple of weeks, actually. Then we're just skimming it and decorating it. These are some CGIs of the interior. You can see that we've got sort of all sorts of features. We've got exposed walls, some of it's stone textured, some of it's lime washed. Then we've got in the bedrooms, we're going to have 4-poster beds all through the entire place, actually. So if you fancy coming to stay, it'll be something special. In the bathrooms, we've got some copper baths. We've also got double jacuzzis. If you want to share a bath with somebody, single jacuzzis as well. You can see some of the features there. We've got really nice light fittings and furniture all the way through.
Now, you've worked on other projects as well previously. I've got some case studies to share with everyone. This is Claremont. Tell us what you did on this one.
Yeah, this was another Georgian building, actually, 1776, this one. It was, again, a very important historic building in the centre of Leeds, just near the hospital and the university. The guy that used to own this building was a Georgian merchant working out of Leeds, and eventually some Victorians bought it, and the people that bought it were very famous for helping to form Leeds University. So we converted it quite a few years ago now. It's been trading for about 4 years, and made it into 13 apartments. It's been hugely successful, and incidentally also had a lot of pressure on it because it was closely watched by the Historic Society in Leeds and also the listed building people, but they all loved it at the end and were very happy with it.
And then our second case study then is Summerhill Cottage, and this was quite an expansion of the original building, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was a few years ago. There's a few different extensions gone onto this building at Summerhill. You can see on the photograph on the right-hand side at the top, there is one small area of white rendered gable end, basically, which was the original cottage. So we basically built on most of what you can see on that top photograph, but we've done it sympathetically. It's in the national park, the Lake District National Park. So obviously you've got to be very careful what you do. But again, everybody loved it. Lots of features. We put in lots of beams and stone floors and underfloor heating again. And it's done really, really well for a long, long time. In fact, it got me involved in holiday lets, actually, this particular project. In fact, yeah, it's been very successful.
Let's return back to this project then at Marske Stables. This is the 4th phase of a 4-phase raise. The phase 4 amount is for £330,000, which is part of the total facility of £1.5 million. RICS verified the market value at the start of phase 1 to be £434,990, and they also verified the gross development value to be £2,508,652. Estimated conversion cost is £1,511,000. The first phase was £380,000 gross, initial drawdown £80,000, which meant the initial loan to value being 18.4%. The loan to gross development value excluding the rolled up interest is 59.8%, and including the interest is 67%. The maximum loan period is for up to 18 months from the beginning of the project. There's about 11 months to run on this particular phase. The project is already first charge secured against the property, and lenders will receive interest at 8% per annum, and that's going to be paid at the end of the project when it's been refinanced onto a long-term commercial loan. So your next steps then are to please make sure that you understand this loan, carry out your own due diligence, and then decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch. The necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So this is where we're looking for £330,000, please, for the phase 4 raise, paying 8% per annum interest at Marske Stables, Marske near Richmond, DL11 7NB. Thank you for watching this CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. We look forward to you joining us again soon back here for more funding opportunities at CrowdProperty.com.